All right, I'll go lock the door, unlock the door for you, because I'm alive right now. Love you. Bye. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Hello. 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 Sorry. I'm having one of those mornings. Oh my God. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world. Whew. All right. So, how is everybody doing? Whew. Good afternoon, Arlene. Hello, Mary. How are you? Hello, Tina. Nice to see everybody. Ah, it has been one of those weekends. Let's say that. Okay. I'm awake ish. So, all right. So here's my weekend. Yesterday, Hubbard was off. We all know this, and we're doing Christmas Eve and not Christmas. And honestly, not feeling it this year. My grandkids are at the age, most of them are at the age where it's like really hard to find anything for them. And, it's like, buy them gift cards. So I usually have the hugest pile of stuff under my tree. Because if you think about it, just one gift per person. I have 7 kids, 9 grandkids, plus my 7 kids all have spouses or partners. So figure that's 14, 15 people there, plus the grandkids, plus Hubbard, plus Amy, plus myself, plus my ex-husband and his wife who come over every year. Underneath my tree is monster. Usually, if we put it by the front door, they have to come in through the garage because you can't get through the front door. It's precarious at best. We set up Christmas one year, didn't think about it. We put the tree in our dining area and moved our dining table over. And you couldn't get from the living room to the kitchen for about an hour and a half while the kids were opening presents on that side of the tree. It's ridiculous. So this year, we're actually doing it on Christmas Eve. And since they're all older, I was like, they're going to get like 1, maybe 2 gifts each and a gift card, and that's it. We'll miss you, Mary. Hi, Chris. It's peppermint for my head. So we didn't put the tree up after Thanksgiving because if we do that, then, it just becomes like this thing. And, well, Harry's not to be trusted. We'll talk about him in a minute. So hubby got up yesterday thinking it was his day off. Actually, he stayed up Friday night, and he figured, Saturday's my day off. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to put the tree up and get it set up. And then that way, when Els gets up in the morning, she can just put the decorations on it. And he was going to set me up to wrap presents. So he turns the recliner, the love seat around, and he pulls all the presents out of the closets and everything. And he puts them all on the love seat. So it's right by the dining room table. So I could just turn around, grab a gift, wrap it, and go. And he gets all the gifts out, gets the tree down, puts the tree up, plugs the tree in. Our pre-lit tree does not light up. So he was up till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get the lights to work. And we have lights at the top of the tree. We have a cluster of lights somewhere in the middle of the tree. And like the bottom line goes around the tree, and that's it. There's no other lights on the tree. And because we bought a pre-lit tree, what did we do? We threw away all our old Christmas lights. Oh, Galantalo Janice. Oh, and it's not just him. My tree. I posted a video of it one year, last year, I think. I have little apples that look like little red apples on my tree because I have a very country themed Christmas tree, and the dogs like apples, so they steal the ornaments off the tree, and then they knock a bunch of stuff off. So there's like this section of the tree at the bottom that ends up with no ornaments because when you pick them up off the ground, you walk over and put them up higher on the tree. So there's like this cluster, and so we decided to wait to put the tree up. So Albert went to bed at 4 o'clock Saturday morning. He was a little upset. And when I got up at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, he got up shortly after me and he went, "We need to talk." And I went, "What?" And he went, "Come out to the living room." So I went out to the living room and he plugged it in and he went, "I was messing with this till 4 in the morning. We're going to get a new tree." Okay, here's the problem. Everybody had a sale on tree last week, and there's no more trees in the stores. I mean, there's like live trees, but I'm not going to spend $50 on a live tree when I don't have a stand for it. I don't have, uh, the thing that it goes in to water it and all that other stuff. So we finally, after 4 stores, we found a tree. We found a store that had some. Well, here's the thing. My idea of a new tree and his idea of a new tree were very far apart. He wanted to get like 6 foot and a traditional tree, really big. And I was like, no, I want one of those pencil trees, one of those thin trees. And so eventually I won out because the thin tree actually had more lights on it and more points than the big tree did. And I was like, you're going to get that big tree. Look at that. That's what that's going to look like. This is full. Look at this. This is great. So we got a new tree. We brought it home. We set the tree up. And then I had my sale, so I didn't get it decorated. So it's still sitting in my living room, plugged in. Lights are beautiful, but it's not decorated. My daughter's coming over today. So I was like, okay, fine. So at like midnight last night, I put in the announcement for today and I went to bed. I got up at my regular time and I came out and I did all my regular things. I got my juice. I let the dog out. I gave Harry his treats. I went outside and had a cigarette. I came back in. I turned on my live stream to get ready to share it and go live. And it told me there was no camera. And I was like, what? Why is there no camera? I will give you one hint. My camera was unplugged. I'll give you one hint as to what happened to it. He's cute and fluffy. And a camera hag. Yeah. Christine. Hello, Kristen. How are you? Yep. Harry happened. He went under my desk, behind my computer, and unplugged my microphone, my camera, both cameras, my microphone, and my outlight. Now, he's this big. I'm this big. I had to move a bunch of crap, get down on the floor on my hands and knees, go behind my desk, find the lines, fish them back up to the computer, and reconnect them. While he sat on my desk going, "Why are you on the floor, Mom? Mom, why are you on the floor? Meow, meow, meow." Yeah. Hi, honey. Oh, look at you. Glitter and everything. You were under my desk, weren't you? Yes, you were. You were under Mommy's desk. And you were messing with stuff. Yes, you were. You little brat. Oh. Get him. Oh my God. There is a reason why his name is Harry Houdini. There is not a door in my house he can't open. And I have round knobs. Like, I understood when I had like the lever ones, but I have round knobs and he can get them open. There's not a door in my house he can't open, a cabinet he can't get into. Like, the only door that he cannot get like open, thankfully, is the one that goes from my laundry room to the garage. And that's because that door opens in and he can't, it's very heavy. So he can't figure out how to open it and pull it open. Because what he does is he messes with the knobs until the door starts to move. And then he goes down and he pulls it with his paw so he can get through. He can get in the shower. He's got in my shower. I have like one of those shower doors. It's a cubicle shower. And he can get that open. He can get the sliding glass door open. He knows that if he stands on the table over there, Amy's old desk, and he pushes on the handle, that the door will move. And once he gets it moved, he can get it open. He is talented beyond belief. He's a little escape artist. He can get into anything, get out of anything. I put him in a kennel one time because I had somebody here and they were moving furniture in and out of the house. So I put him in like a cage, like a kennel cage. He got the handle. He figured out that if he could lift it up, he could move it over. And he got out of the damn cage. I turn around, he's sitting on the back of the new couch. I'm like, what? How did you get out of that cage? Door was wide open. He just got out of it. Ugh. Take a nap, Kristen. You need some sleep, honey. No. Mommy is mad at you. Why? Because you go beyond what normal kitties do. You're just bad. And I think he's mad at me because I clipped his nails yesterday. Get down. Down. All right. So that was the odyssey that was my weekend. And then just as I'm going on today, my daughter calls to see if she can borrow some money. So when she gets here, I have to step away for a minute. Okay. Let's do some stuff. All right, I got 0 done in this one over the last couple of days for obvious reasons. Okay, so we have, we cut down some of the strips and some of the journaling card things that were in the paper pad. We are using Bloomsbury from Recollections. It's a hotbot pad. So we have to ink a lot of here. So I'm going to use my sneaky technique here because I have these all in the right order. So if I can find my pencil. Here, pencil. Here's one. I'm going to mark these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the reason that I'm marking them is because I have to ink everything. And all of these are different sizes. We know what that goes to. Isa pocket. 15, 14, 15. God, this thing's got a lot of pages in it. 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Okay. It's Harry's fault. It's just Harry. It's always Harry. Oh. So we're going to ink some stuff. Make sure we got all the corners rounded that we want it rounded. And then we are going to put these pockets, these mats in here, and then decide how we're going to put in some, like journaling space, because with colored mats comes journaling space required. I cannot even think. We are going to use the paper block method. Can you tell that I've screwed some things up before? I have an actual method to be able to do that. Oh. Oy. Yeah, I'm telling you, if he wasn't my son's cat, I would so boot his ass. But he's my son's. Be in mind that I don't have to do that on this one because this one's going to have on both sides. There we go. Look at that. So much easier, right? I don't know how people do this. This is so annoying. I hate doing this. But if I don't do it, I will get at least one person in the comment going, You're doing it wrong. Not that I don't expect to get something else, in the comments anyway about me doing it wrong, because everybody's always telling me that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put him in a box and see if he can escape that. I'm going to duct tape it. Then I'm going to send him off to some lucky viewer. Here's your Happy Mail. Hope it makes you happy. Nah, I'd miss him if he was gone. Oh. All right, so tell me what's going on with y'all today. What are you all doing? Oh. Come here, Boney. Oh, good gravy. Okay, note to self. In the future, you want one of these that are disassembled. It will be easier. Except I can't figure out how the hags made it. I mean, I sort of know, but yeah. I don't have the full lowdown on this one. I could take it apart, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to dissect this one. Ink in a page, forgot to put paper behind it, ended up inking 4 pieces. Now the rare occasion that I ink a page, I don't forget that paper. Well, this became necessity is the mother of all invention. I made a book or journal or something, but I was making something and I glued it all together. And I needed like this page to stay pristine and I needed to ink this one. So I was like, okay, paper, we'll just put a piece of paper there and we'll ink that sucker up. And now I keep a piece of paper or scrap paper on the side over here so I can do that because I forget often that things, might want to be inked. Oh. So now, I have ink scraps over here, much like I do for, my cards and stuff, because I do have a small one that I keep for cards. Because, if the cards, like if I'm doing a piece of paper or something, it might be too thin. So I have a card that I put behind it so I can ink it without it. You guys know what that is, right? My hand hurts. Gotta stop. Oi. Oh, so, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's better. Let's take some drugs, shall we? I'm kidding. Let's take my aspirin for the day. And my vitamin B12 does an old body good. So somebody asked me why I take the B12 all the time. I don't take it for, an energy boost. I take it because there's a study that says that people that are B12 deficient have more headaches. So I take the B12 to try and help me avoid getting a headache that will turn into a migraine. Come out of there, you little booger. Okay. That's my last bottle of 200. Aubrey has to start looking for them. Okay. Oh. So what are you guys going to be doing for Christmas? What are you doing for the holiday? Tell me. What are we doing for the holiday? Family coming over? We making a big dinner? Going to church? What are we doing? And there's the hubber. Ritter. Maybe Amy. What does it sound like? Oh, I don't hear that. Maybe the school's having a fire drill. One of the schools, anyway.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. One of our smoke alarms.
Yes.
Well, then say smoke alarm. You said fire alarm.
It's still a fire alarm.
It's a smoke alarm. All right, so I'm inking the inside of this because I know we set it up to be a pocket, but I may change my mind and use it as a flip. So I'm inking the inside of it just in case. You never know. You know, I might go in here and go, nope, don't want to do that. I've decided to do this. Never know. All out of state, friends are with your families. My fella doesn't celebrate it at all. He chooses to work for double pay. Yeah, Mike does too. Mike does that one too. That's it. Arlene's the only person that has any kind of a plan for Christmas. Arlene, I will be on Christmas Day at some point. Because, as I said, we got the kids coming over on Christmas Eve. And Mike and Amy and I are going to be binging some movies. And then we're going to do I'm going to fulfill everybody's dreams in my house for Christmas. I bought a murder mystery. It only takes like 40 minutes to an hour to play. But it's an actual Christmas-themed murder mystery. So we're going to live out our Christmas fantasies and kill somebody for Christmas. Because I saw it and I found it and I thought it was funny. And so I grabbed it. So we're going to kill some people for Christmas. Well, we're going to kill a person for Christmas. And then we might play some munchkins or something. If you've never played munchkins, oh my God. It is the simplest, stupidest game on the planet to play. And it literally, can be over in a minute or it could take an hour. It's hard to say. But it is cute. I'm going to leave that old raggedy corner on there. What do I care? All right. Boy, my hands are having none of this today. Just holding this dauber is starting to hurt. All right. If I have missed anything, then it is going to remain uninked. Because, yeah, I'm going to close this up. Put you over there. Stay. doing things with your parents and celebrating with your brother, his fiance, my niece, my nephew, etc. But may open our gifts on the 26th when my nephew's here. Yeah, it's weird because like you have to wait for family, and then you feel bad if they're the only person sitting there on your couch opening presents. So you're like, oh, we got to hold some stuff. And I think that is, we move forward. I think we have to adapt these things. Like normally I would do um like a huge Christmas, and I would have all my kids come over, and I would do a huge dinner. And Christmas here typically starts with I get up at like 5 in the morning, and I set up sort of a breakfast lunch buffet. Um, there's rolls and muffins and cakes and breads and your standard, like deviled eggs, cocktail sausages, pickles, olives. Then there's the crudité, with all your vegetables and your dipping sauces. And then there's typically like rolled lunch meats and rolls to put that in so that if you get hungry, because we eat probably around 4 o'clock our Christmas dinner. But you might get hungry around 11:30, 1 o'clock because it's a long day, let's face it. And at that point, I'll usually get the turkey prepped to go into the oven and get the potatoes peeled and stuff like that. And then at about 6 o'clock, 6:30, the kids that are living in the house begin to wake up. They come out and get some food for breakfast. Hubbard gets up. He comes out and gets food for breakfast. Somebody turns on the Christmas tree because we inevitably forgot to turn it on last night before we put all the presents in front of it. So we have to stick a small, skinny kid, teenage kid in there. My big brain boy has to go and like try and figure out where he can put one foot so he can lean down while his dad's holding onto his pants to plug in the tree. Hey, Francis. And then usually around 9 o'clock in the morning, my older kids start to arrive with grandchildren in tow. And of course, then you have to fight with the grandkids not to get underneath the tree until all of their cousins are here. And so, they come in and they start picking at the food. And usually by about 11 o'clock, everybody's had a sandwich. The turkey's been put in the oven. The ham is getting done, getting dressed and ready to go in. The potatoes are started, yada, yada, yada. And we begin the onslaught of the Christmas tree. Now, I just let them dig into it. And then I decided that was a bad idea. Bima's now going to sit protectively in front of the Christmas tree on a rolling hassock and pass out one present at a time per child. Get your space. And about halfway through, we stop for a paper check while parents are yelling at children, "Don't open that, you'll lose the pieces." I said, don't give it to me. Don't do it. We pick up all of the wrapping paper. We put it in a bag. The bag gets moved off. And then we commence to the second half of the tree. Now, at this point, we slow down because now I'm going to be giving out presents to my children, and I make my grandkids wait while their parents open their presents so that I can see what they got. Did they like it? Was it right? I get their reactions. And my grandkids are like, "Can't we open things?" "No, we can't, you little gift trolls." And eventually, at some time around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon, the carnage has ended. The grandkids are now utterly, completely, and totally bored because they're no longer being handed presents. I forgot to do this back cover. Why'd you guys let me forget that? They don't want to pick up the paper. They want to play with the new toys. that they just got that will be broken and discarded in a month. And we must now get everything out of the way so that we can set up the tables, because it takes 2 6-foot tables to put my entire family at the table. So we get all of the stuff out of the way. We set up the tables. We have the great debate on whether or not we're going to be using paper plates or Mom's Good China. Usually it ends up with paper plates and Mom's silver. Why? Because every Christmas, somebody has forgotten to go get enough plastic forks, knives, and spoons for the entire family. So I have a silver service for 20. Yeah, I knew I was going to have a big family. So the little kids all get plastic silverware and the adults get silver. And then I spend the 26th of December polishing my silver. Get the water spots off of it before I put it back into the case and put it back on top of the refrigerator where it belongs. Yeah, good times, guys, good times. Nothing like Christmas, right? So as soon as they're done eating, they all disappear. They're gone. They are out of here. Like, they're grabbing their gifts, they got their kids, and they're out the door. We gotta go, Mom. See you later. And then they leave what we like to call the 12 messes of Christmas. By the time you get to the bottom, it sounds something like 4 bags of trash, 3 lost toys, 2 missing shoes, different kids, and an ass load of food on the floor. Ugh. Oh my God. And then it's a divide and conquer. It's like Mike looks at me and goes, you start on the island, get all the finger food put away. I'll collect up dishes. By the time you get the island done, I should be able to strip the turkey. Then you can move into the living room, pick up all of the wrapping paper debris. Because if it's smaller than this, they don't pick that up when we do the cleanup. Oh. Yeah. Well, hopefully she'll feel like coming down to visit Arlene and you'll get some family to come in. If I'd have known, I'd flown your butt out to Vegas. You could come out here and watch the carnage and laugh your ass off in my house. And by the time my grandkids leave, Amy has been traumatized enough, because Amy's not a social person. It's not that she loves the grandkids. She loves them to death. And individually, one at a time or in small doses, they're okay. But like all of them at once, and they're fighting and they're running around, and my kids are here and they're in and out and this way and that way. It's too much for her. She can't take all of that commotion. So by time cleanup comes around, we pretty much just lock Amy in her room for some silence. It's her little fortress of solitude. So we put her in her room. Just sit in your room, honey. It's okay. Otherwise, she'd be on the floor rocking back and forth going, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. She needs at least an hour to maybe 2 to decompress. So we usually put her in her room and go, quick, run. I will be doing as little as possible. And possibly the kid may or may not call. Oh. Yes, but Amy, it's too much for her. She was an only child, so and she didn't really spend a lot of time with her extended family because her parents didn't really get along with them. So growing up, it was just like her mom and dad. That was it. And then when she got older, it was her and the kids and her husband, and that was it. So my loud, obnoxious Irish family, oh my god, oh my god, I get it. I have a giant, loud, obnoxious Irish family, um, and they're all over the place. And my grandkids are running around, pop pop tata, pop pop tata, and their grandfathers are just like, okay, whatever, let's go, because they're giant children too. And then their fathers get roped into it, and now I have big children and little children in the backyard shooting airsoft guns, and mothers in the window going, stop shooting at your brother. Hi, Deb. Yeah, I do. When you look at, like, you watch a TV show where there's like the big Italian family, and they're all up in each. Okay, here's my family. If you've ever watched the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that's my family. So there's poor little Amy, this total introvert, very small, doesn't really understand big crowds. And then there's that giant My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Yeah. That's my family. They're all big, they're all loud, they're all gregarious. And they're all Irish, so there's a lot of F-bombs. Chicken on the meatloaf. Yeah, it's a 30-pound turkey and like a 15-pound ham every year. And they're going, is there any more? Speaking of loud and gregarious, here comes my daughter. Hello, baby love. Come kiss your mama. Let me see. Turn around.
I was short the other day when I came up here, but I didn't take my hat off.
I like it. It's cute.
It was done. It happened. We both do it. It doesn't stay long very long. I got to the point where I realized that, like, honestly, all it ever did was just sit with the tail or a bun, and I was getting over it.
Okay. Well, go get what you need. It's in my closet. On the shelves on the right, there's a beige colored purse. Get what you need, baby. Irish Cherokee on my mom's side, family gets together are loud, cussing drunks with a physical fight or two.
You were
Then
not
love
Cherokee. You did the DNA test.
I'm reading the thing.
Okay.
Then love you. Let's do it again. Yeah. There's like an argument. Somebody has spilled food, or somebody thinks that somebody called somebody's kid something. I don't know. There's always something, and we're going to get into it. And then, I love you, man. And then we're done. I get it. That's my family. Watch football? Yes! I would love to do that. Except that they play college ball on Christmas, and I hate college ball. I do. I hate college ball. Ugh. I don't know why. It's like it's a watered down version, but I'm from Europe, so like I think of it as being rugby. Okay. So now we have to ink these. I hate my life. And just to put an icing on this, When I was a kid, on my dad's side, there were 5 kids. On my mom's side, there were 4. So we used to split our day. We would go to my mom's parents' house for breakfast. So we'd be there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And we'd be there till like 2 in the afternoon. And then after we would eat lunch at my mom's, because like my grandmother would serve dinner at 1 o'clock. And we, about 2:30, we'd leave her house. We'd go to my dad's. My grandmother's Christmas was always like a big spectacle. Okay. So there's 4 siblings. My mother was the only one that was married once. The other ones all had like, baby mamas before baby mamas were baby mamas. And so I had like 16 cousins on my mom's side.
I have like 22.
And then on top of that, my grandmother's sisters would come over and bring their kids because it's a giant Hungarian family. And this is like Irish and Hungarian over here. And then on my dad's side, we'd go there and we'd get there about 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. And then she'd be serving her dinner. But hers, they ran a bar. So we'd be having our Christmas dinner in the bar while the bar's open. So on top of the entire family, which was monster, there was like people in the bar. It was ridiculous. That's how I grew up. So like for me, Christmas is supposed to be a big thing. Ugh.
But he's one of 15 kids. So having, a ridiculous surplus of cousins. But they're all massively older than me because AJ was one of the younger ones.
This is a very odd angle to hug you at.
Get your butt in at the same time.
Hi, honey. Good?
I'm fucking tired. I'm on 2.5 hours of sleep right now. And I gotta go back out and work again tonight. Okay. I had to pee, so I used your potty.
Okay. All right.
Actually, wasn't so much as I had to pee, so much I had to fix my underwear.
Okay. She hasn't made a comment yet. I'm waiting for her to say something about it.
The tree.
I saw the tree.
Okay.
You're already chatting about
I was already discussing it. I was discussing about the fact that we were contemplating getting a thinner tree because, my house is stupid and the only place I really have a spot for a tree is, in front of my television. I'm not letting you out to eat the birds, Harry. If you caught it, you wouldn't know what to do with it. It probably weighs as much as you and you'd end up sick. It's a pigeon.
He doesn't really want to go out and get the pigeons. He wants to go out and run around in the neighborhood. Yeah, it's something about this time of year.
You're fixed. And it's cold out there.
I know, but he just wants to go out and run around. All right.
I saw the tree.
So now we have to ink all of this. Hate my life. You're absolutely right, though. I would not. I wouldn't have it any other way.
After your DNA test, you are not ignorant. Or at least not as much as you think you are.
I have gorgeous, gorgeous children. And there's a lot of them. And they're sweet and wonderful. And assholes complete. The entire bunch of them. They all hate each other. They all fight with each other.
I do not hate or fight anyone. I'm the oldest. I pull off of it.
Yes, you're the oldest. You're the peacekeeper.
Below that last line, I'm done with you.
She's the future matriarch of this.
Oh, Stephanie's coming down next year with AJ.
This ragtag.
I'm gonna come out here, have you stretch my chin, and then run away again.
Oh, yeah. I know how I felt when my mom died. She looked at me about a month before she died. She goes, you know, when I go, you're going to be the matriarch of this family. And I went, uh-huh. And she went, and all that goes with it. And I went, oh, no, I'm not ready. She went, you're fine.
They don't really talk to half the family.
So, you know,
Just saying.
I stepped into this. I was not ready. And the first time that the crap hit the fan. Oh, that's that one piece. Okay. Yeah, I was completely at a loss.
I got this. When you go, I got this.
So-
I managed to slowly weasel the family down. I got 2 of them gone. It's awesome.
So I am I'm grooming my replacement a little better than my mother groomed me.
Problem is you groomed me. I have no fucking.
So eventually she'll be in charge of this mess. She's having Christmas dinner at her house this year. She had Thanksgiving there as well. So, you know, she's well on her way to taking over. My mom was that mom that was like, you know, you were like, Mom, do you need any help? She'd be like, no, I got this. I got this. She's peeling the skin off of her finger as she peels the potatoes. She's like, no, I've got this. Me, I was like, my kids hit a certain age and I was like, get your butts in the kitchen, get to peeling some potatoes. Learn the family recipes. Here you go.
No, speaking of, I really got to figure out what grandma put the conversion on my paperwork. For the yeast on the damn cookies.
Do you want the conversion?
I have it. It's in one of my cookbooks because grandma gave it to me. I can't flip and find it.
Okay, so here's one. Y'all know what a yeast cake is? You know, the square Fleischmann's yeast? They don't sell those here. Cannot buy them. And we require it to make cookies. All we can get here is the dry yeast. And it's not the same.
I just not watching your video. It's totally screaming right now.
You don't watch the screen.
It's delayed.
Don't watch the
I feel
screen.
like I'm watching a Japanese movie.
You're watching a Japanese dub Japanese movie. Frances will be back. She just runs in and out.
Oh, God. Here you're talking, it's delayed. It's just, it's screwing my head right now.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, like, they don't. My mom, when she was, you know, alive, would get my brother to send her yeast cakes in the mail just before Christmas. But that was, you know, on the promise that she would make cookies and send them to him. I'm not so nice. So he won't send me yeast cakes.
He won't send me yeast cakes, and I am that nice. Because his daughters are idiots and can't retain a recipe to save their life.
I taught them all how to make the cookies. They were more interested in their boobs. I don't know.
They're interested in boys. Let's get real. And then my goal for next Christmas is to start working on a shrimp. get back home. And then get my son ready to go on his date.
Your son has another date?
No, it's his date with me. We're gonna go to the Nutcracker.
Oh.
What time?
I have a date with you today. We're gonna go to the Nutcracker at the ballet studio.
Nice.
I bought the tickets like a month ago.
My grandmother used to take me downtown.
Bye, honey.
Shades.
Well, dude
Theater.
kind of got screwed because in 5th grade they go on their field trip. Where they're
Yeah, the granulated works fine in the bread, but that's it. But literally,
we usually have like
this
3 concerts they go to their 5th grade year.
recipe is designed for the cake yeast, which has a different, it's a different consistency. It has a different activation point, all the other stuff. And I had to sit and math it out one year. My mom was like, that degree is going to come in useful for something. And I was like, what? She's like, you're going to convert this. And I converted it. And so I had to convert to the dry yeast from the yeast cake, what needed to be. And then you have to add some stuff to it to make it work. And we got it. Bye, Janice. I guess the meatloaf's done. Go someplace else and talk. Okay. We're almost done. We're about halfway through the pile. So proud of us right now. 13. And there's the extra pieces, which we don't even know we're going to use because we may decide to turn this page back into a flip instead of a pocket. We don't know. But we're going to do these anyway, just in case. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work the same as the cakes. You know what? I've never even thought about it. Let me see something. I'm going to look. Amazon.
Checking out the houses and seeing how the houses are constructed and built.
Yeast cake.
Different things from that time period. They're totally cool with that. But he's not right.
Dry yeast, dry yeast, dry yeast. Active dry yeast, dry yeast.
Stop and read postcard, dude. He's not quite there. If he's more interactive, like he likes to museum.
Oh, by the pound.
He likes to go.
I want it by the pound.
Because they have that whole interactive area in one museum there, and he loves that. Absolutely loves it. So it's one of those situations where it's like, that's cool. I actually don't think they have the wet yeast cakes anymore at all. I think they discontinued them altogether.
Nope, they're right there.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, but you got to buy a pound of them, and it's $80.
Sounds about right. It's also why I don't look on Amazon. There's another site that does like bulk buy for like dirt cheap. Because I found an energy drink I can actually drink. Because I am convinced at this point the gluten that they put into energy drinks, I think it reacts to my stomach bad because it's a whey gluten. And after doing a sensitivity test, come to find out I am allergic to certain ways, as well as I'm allergic to hop wheat, which makes sense as to why I don't like beer.
Right. You're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all dry yeast. There's like, other than getting the 1 pound. Well, food service direct, it's only $62, so that's not bad. All right.
But it's one of those where
I'm watching football, cussing, cutting things. Won't be able to find what I want. Right? Are you going to put them in a safe place? Are you going to cussy cut a bunch of stuff and then put it in a safe place? If I could freeze it, I would probably buy the, $80 block. But you can't freeze yeast. It doesn't work. So, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Whew. We're almost there. I'm getting excited. Okay, last one. I'm excited. Done. That's a lot of inking, guys. A lot of inking. Okay. Mythical place known as Where I Can. Oh. So here's my joke. Ready? So yesterday I'm sitting here and I opened up my bottle of pills. And I always forget when I take my meds. So when I take them, I either write it down on a piece of paper or I yell out the time, and then they know when I can take my meds again. So yesterday I opened up my box of pills, and I went to tear it up, to throw it in the trash, and realized I'm gonna make a migraine journal. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little migraine journal. I'm gonna take the box. And I'm gonna make myself a little migraine journal. This is gonna be my little migraine journal, and then I can just put it on my desk, and then I can, carry it with me, and I'll know when I took my pills last. So let me see. I might even have, they're a little small. All right. I'll have to cut some. But, we can put some paper in there. I can ink it. We'll ink it up. Okay. See? Okay, wait, I got to round corners too. There we go. We rounded the corners. We'll add some paper. Yeah, I secretly love inking. Let's poke some holes. Paper. I need paper. Paper. Let me see. What do we got? Perfect. All right, that's enough. How big is this thing? 4. We're going to cut this at 4 inches. Save that for later. Of course, they're going to cry about adulting. There are children.
Come on, Jim.
Really? All right. So I got that. Watch this sneaky crap. All right. Got to trim this off a little bit. Take hair off that side. And hair off that side. This does not have to be perfect, This is kind of a joke, but Oh. Then when I fold it, of course, they all fan out. All right, good enough. Look, it's confetti. Oh. I know. If I can't buy it here, why are you showing me the commercial, you buttheads? All right. That up. Line up our holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we need needle and thread. Look, red. We have red. We have red thread. We have red thread on a needle. That works. Perfect, right? Okay. Dang. Really need to trim this down. Hold on. It's going to be like 1/4 of an inch too wide on both sides. We'll try that. See if that'll fit in our little case here. It's just because it's really small. Okay. Good thing I know what the top is. Perfect. Okay. So I figure if I do this and then I put this on my desk, at least I will be able to track when I took my meds last. Instead of looking at a pile of paper and going, is that when I did it? Or is that the one I wrote down? I don't remember stuff really well anymore, because I'm old. So I have menopause brain, old brain, and I don't give a crap brain on top of everything else. Dooby-dooby-doo. But this, I will definitely know where I wrote it down. Where did you write it? In the Excedrin notebook. I know, right? All right. Genius. I thought it was genius. And then I can take this with me to the doctor so that when they're like, well, you don't really get migraines every day, I can go, really? Here's my tracker. I get a migraine just about every day. And they can go, ew. As it is, I have to go get an MRI because they have decided to send me to a neurologist because they think that I'm neurotic. "2 hours on Etsy searching for an item. Over half of the listings in the search weren't for what I searched, and the other were, but once opened it, wasn't what was stated." Yeah. Yeah, they do that crap. Oh, Walmart has this new thing. Oh my God. All right. So now I have a little Excedrin journal. I'm just going to put a little clip on it so that, it decides it wants to stay folded for a while. And I'm going to set it off on the side. Okay. This is the new one. I am so angry. I know. They don't get it. Okay. So, I took Buggy. You guys know Buggy. He is my youngest grandson. Well, he's at an age, we've talked about this, where he's developed some foot odor. A lot of foot odor, like gag the whole house foot odor. So I took him to Walmart to buy him 2 new pairs of shoes and brand new socks so that we could get rid of the funk. Brought him home, put his feet in my foot massage pedicure bucket thing, and filled it with Listerine to get rid of the bacteria on his feet so that, his feet wouldn't smell anymore. And, we checked to make sure he didn't have any dead skin or something, calluses that were causing it. And where he did have it, we got rid of it and soaked his feet in Listerine.
Sit.
So I go to Walmart to get the shoes. I spent an hour in the flippin' Walmart picking out shoes for the boy. Finally got shoes that fit his feet because he's flat-footed, slightly pigeon-toed, and he rolls his ankles. He's still at that age where he just doesn't care. So I got him shoes. They were like quarter tops. They came up just above the ankle, but not as high as, an over the ankle one. And we went up to pay for them, and it came up not, it came up with a code, and the code was like, not available. And so the cashier was like, oh, hold on, I don't know. Let me see. So she calls over the supervisor. The supervisor comes over, rings him up, looks at him, and walks away. And I was like, what the hell? Because she didn't bring him back. I'm thinking she's going to go. No, apparently now Walmart doesn't bother taking items off the floor that are discontinued, recalled. They wait for the public to bring it to the front of the store to ring it up. And then they take it. And they're like, oh, can't sell it to you because it's a recall.
Or it's not in the system.
So the shoes were the first one. I've had about 6 items since then. And they don't say anything to you. They ring it up. And if it says not on file, they just put it under the counter or hand it off to somebody else and it just disappears. What was that? I wanted that thing. I can't sell it to you. It's recalled. What? Why are there 50 of them on the floor? Not like this is like the one I found in the, weird place. The whole shelf is full of them. So yes, apparently it is the new thing now. Not only are we ringing up our own stuff, but we're also collecting the recall items for them. What's next? Butchering our own meat in the back and labeling it?
I know how to use a slicer.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is like this, like every time I go shopping now. I was looking for one of these, these little oil burners. And because I have aromatherapy peppermint that's to help my head, because peppermint's good for headaches. And so I thought, if I just had some here burning on the desk while I'm working, that would help. So I bought some peppermint oil for this kind of a burner. And I was like, I'll just pick one up. You see them all the time in the 99-cent store, in the thrift store. They didn't have any at the 99-cent store. I went to the thrift store. They had one. I bought it. I forgot it. I left it on the counter. I forgot to pick it up. So I had to go back. And in the meantime, we were at the Walmart and Hubbard was like, honey, you need it. Let's get it. So we went over to the candle aisle where they do all of the melts and stuff. And they had like 2 of them. And I was like, oh, okay. Like 2 styles. But they had like 10 of each one. So I just picked one up. I just want a basic, simple one, like this. Just basic, very basic. Put a candle in the bottom. It's got a little well. Put the oil in it. It smokes. We got up to the front and the cashier's ringing stuff up. She rings up the one that I selected it comes up with this code not on file. So she doesn't call anybody over. She just takes the item and puts it underneath her register and keeps ringing. And I was like, excuse me, what is that? She went, what? I said, my item. You just put it underneath the counter. I want that item. Find the price. She went, oh, it's not that there's no price on it. It's a recall item. Well, you have a shelf full of them in the back. Oh, we know. So you just wait for people to bring them back one at a time? So somebody spends 4 hours in your store finding the perfect gift. That's the item they select. They come up to the front to ring it up and you don't sell it to them. You just take it and put it underneath the register and smile? I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, so now not only are we ringing up our own stuff, we are apparently collecting their recall items for them as well. Oh, and the items are getting more expensive. So not only are we self-serving, but we're paying more money to do so. We're paying more for the privilege to do that. Oh my God. Yeah. Unbelievable. So that's why we numbered these, because they're all different sizes. And now I can put them in here. 2. And I know where they go. 4 and 5, because we did that double page thing. 6, 7, 8, flippy, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These ones, as of now, go here. 19. Okay, so they are all in there and they are ready to get glued down. I'll do that later. I promise I'll do it this time. I will really, really do it. I'll glue them down. Okay. So I am off for the next 2 days. Let me get this out of the way. Let me get the brain down. All right, let's take a look. Pay no attention to my scribbles. All right, so what do we got going? What is today? Today is the 19th. We're right here. Tomorrow is going to be the video on the traveler style folio that we did. You remember that this one? That we did, where it had the outside cover and then it had the inside folio and the pad and everything. That video comes out tomorrow. The one that was sunflowers. That's the one. Okay. I made a mess over here. So that comes out tomorrow. And then we have the first day of winter. And then the first of my 2 special year-end projects are going to be happening. That's going to be the box. And I will be back with you on Wednesday. So I will do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday is Christmas. I will do a brief Friday early. I'll be on at my regular time, but I may have to get off a little bit early because it's Christmas Eve and I have my kids coming over Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, I will probably come on at some point during the day for an hour or so just to hang out. I will be live on New Year's Eve in the morning. And then on January the 8th, we're going to start the Little Golden Book. Arlene, your Little Golden Book is on its way to you. It's packaged and stamped and going to the post office as soon as I get off of here. January 7th is going to be my first sale of the year, and it will be on the 7th of every month moving forward throughout the rest of the year. That's it. And I do have, videos that are already starting to be logged in for January. I just haven't scheduled, but they're in there. I just haven't scheduled them. So that's it, guys. It's the end of the year, and we get a little bored at the end of the year. We got a whole bunch of other stuff going on, So, what is that? Whatever it is, keeps biting my leg. Hi, Oz. How you doing? Doogie, doogie, doogie. So, I will get all of these pieces glued down, and then, we'll get together and we'll make some journaling cards and some pockets and things like that, and add some paper for journaling and whatnot. But we'll get all that taken care of. And hopefully shortly after the first of the year, our Judith Holden will be in, and we'll be able to do that one. And we're going to be doing a journal. We're going to be doing the Alchemy from Stamperia. I've got the pad and I've got the Ole Ephemera and everything for it. So we're going to be doing that one. And we have a couple of other ones that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a special one that just popped into my head. I bought some things and I went, oh, I could do this. So we're going to do that. We're going to be doing a 6x9 envelope journal and a couple of other things. And I got all kinds of stuff to do. So, that being said, if I don't see you before then, have a good holiday, guys. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your families or your solitude, whatever it is. I'll be here. Like I said, I'll be here for some period of time on Christmas Day. And of course, after Christmas, and I'll be here for New Year's Eve, and I'll be here for New Year's Day too. I have a sad, sad life. No, I just scheduled it so I don't have to deal with my kids on the holidays. All right, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country. And I post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays starting after January of 2022. I will be going on Saturdays. I'll be releasing a video and then going live after the video in order to, talk to you about it. It's going to be a free class. We're going to be doing a little golden book first. We may move into other things, but that's what we're going to do first. And I hope that you join me for that. If you need a little golden book and you don't have one, by all means, go over to my Facebook group and you can pick one up there, because I do have some of them in the Facebook group. I didn't put them in the shop because I wanted to leave them for people that needed them for the class. So that's it. Until I see you again, stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.